Alright, let's do this one last time. My name is Peter Parker. I was bitten by a radioactive spider. For the last 3 seasons, I've been the one and only Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure you know the rest.
Web ball! Web ball! Now's my chance! Here comes Spidey! Web ball! Web ball! The hits keep on coming! Web biter sting! Sorry about that. Gotcha!
Miss!
I'm out of here. Dude, you suck! Gotcha! That's why JJ pays me the big bucks. Up and over. Web ball! Gotcha! Having fun? Just not your day, pal. Gotcha! See you later! Web ball! Web ball! Web swing! Spider sting! Web swing! See you later! Having fun yet? Web ball! Web ball! Web ball! Get ready! Spider web ball! Web ball! Look out! Spider sting! Want some of this?
Rivals really makes the true Spider-Man experience playable in a video game. Get out of here, Spider-Man PS4, you don't count! As Spider-Man, everyone hates you just because you're Spider-Man, and you do about 3 times the work of the other characters for half the results, and if you ever do anything wrong, you can be guaranteed that someone somewhere is going to hate you, even if you didn't do anything wrong. This means that they characterize Spider-Man correctly, because everyone gets annoyed by him in-universe, so now everyone gets annoyed in-game for you being him. Spider-Man is a fighting game character masquerading around as a hero shooter character, and I love him for it. I mean, why do you think I used the Marvel vs. Capcom voice lines in the little intro? His moveset is very complicated and has a very high skill floor and an even higher skill ceiling that I am nowhere near. The main draw of Rivals to me was playing as Spider-Man. But how does someone actually play as Spider-Man? Well, I could tell you that you need to know all the best zero to death combo. Well, I could tell you that you need to know all the best 0 to death combos and animation cancels and B-hops and bounces. What you really need to know is the basic fundamentals of Spider-Man in order to learn his playstyle. I said prior that Spider-Man is a fighting game character. What fighting game character archetype would I slot him into? In my opinion, he's definitely a rushdown. Your game plan will be to get as close as possible to your target and then relentlessly drop your combos onto their face and then hopefully escape if you have the time. You may think that you've seen similar character movement abilities in game, but trust me, the method in which Spider-Man moves is so unique in the context of both this game and video games in general that it really makes him feel like he shouldn't be in the game. Spider-Man moving in such a unique way makes him really feel like the oddball hero he's supposed to be, the weird guy who can zip through the air but can't really fly. He genuinely goes so fast it feels like he wasn't intended to be in this game. And that really is to be played, to be believed. As Spider-Man, you always need to be moving, because your maximum health is absolutely nothing, and you need to be weaving in and out of combat like, I wish I had like an animal in mind that wove right now. You need to always be dodging. Even if there's something coming at you right now, be assured there will be very soon. Plus, it helps you feel like Tobey Maguire. Spider-Man has to make use of his whole kit, and you'd be surprised at the amount of people who completely neglect the ability to stick to walls to attack from unexpected angles. If you have the ability to approach from more weird angles and run across walls and stay there, do it more fucking often. If you're predictable, you'll get killed. Act like a lunatic and make plays that don't make any logical sense. As Spider-Man, however, you can't just dive in without a plan. If you do that...
Peter! You're going to die doing this! You're going to die in that stupid costume!
Spider-Man rarely ever wants to have a fair fight, because if he does, he will probably lose it. When playing Spider-Man, you really want to have a sense of what enemy is there on the map, and pick your fights accordingly whenever you can. If the entire team is near the strategist, don't dive the strategist. Spider-Man excels at bullying squishies, but that doesn't mean you should just ignore tanks. On certain spots on various maps, you can attempt to yank tanks off the map with your scorpion ass get over here move. If you ever find yourself confronted by a tank and there's no ledges for you to do your shenanigans on, you usually have to run for your life! Spidey excels in areas where a lot of other characters don't. More often than not, Spidey's moveset allows him to pick and choose the fights he gets into, but when you're picking fights, make sure to pick fights that you can actually win. Good times to pick a fight include if your opponent is retreating, distracted, alone, near a ledge, or currently losing another fight. Here's a great tip. If Spider-Man had his ultimate at all times, he would be way better. His ultimate is easily his best move, but since he doesn't have it at all times, you have to be smart on when you use it. Usually it will deal large amounts of damage that can kill squishier heroes in one burst. However, generally it should be used against weaker enemies to which you have already done some damage. So make sure to dive in, put a little bit of damage on the board if you can, and then press Q, and then watch the Spider-Man clips like play out, because every single Spider-Man clip ever involves the Spider-Man diving in, pressing Q, and then like killing one guy. Shit, wait, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. Spider-Man is decently effective against flying characters. However, it can be challenging to hit your web clusters on a target that's high up before zipping towards them. This can be mitigated somewhat by using nearby walls and terrain to put yourself in a similar height or even a height advantage over the flyer for potentially easier shots and follow-ups. People are really mad about losing the Venom team-up, but if you're nothing without the team-up, then you shouldn't have it. The new Torch team-up is cheeks, I can't lie, it doesn't do anything, but here's footage of the first ever recorded kill with the Human Torch team-up ability in human history. You gotta trust me on this. The Spider-Man sweats don't want you to know this, but if you just learn combos and nothing else, you will get folded the second whatever bullshit you were using for your combo gets nerfed. But if you play Spider-Man as an opportunist and going in for kills with your team and knowing where and when you can hold your own and when and where you cannot hold your own, you will become so much more fucking effective than the Lord player who dives and spams all of his abilities and fucking dies. It will still happen to you, but it'll happen less. The key tool in a Spider-Man player's arsenal isn't their combos or their tech, it's their restraint. With great power comes great cooldowns, and when you are on your cooldowns, you are going to die. You can't just use combos. If you're nothing without the combo, then you shouldn't have it. Okay, I'll stop with that. Spider-Man's a very popular character, so it makes sense that every so often your character is going to get sniped from you. So in these scenarios, what you have to do is calmly and rationally call the Spider-Man player several hundred slurs and then proceed to throw the game, because that's what heroes do. It's like Uncle Ben said, with great power comes great responsibility. Not be the fourth fucking DPS. This team doesn't need more damage, please. Spider-Man has to play trickily to win a lot of his fights in the comics, so you need to play just as trickily. So what I mean is, you have to go for environmental kills exclusively. Good ledges to pull people off of are this one, this one, this one's pretty good sometimes. People just like to throw themselves into this one surprisingly often.
2.
Nope, you get back in there.
1, 2, 3. I don't play video games no more. I never play video games.
Primarily, you want to target characters that don't have any recovery options, or those who won't have the time to be worrying about if they're about to be pulled off a cliff. Because why would there be a Spider-Man ready to pull you off the cliff? That doesn't make any sense. Usually whoever gets webbed first loses the fight, so make sure you're the guy who doesn't get webbed first. Solo ulting to win the Spider-Man off is a viable strategy. Don't listen to the other guy calling it cheap. You deserve that kill. He died because you predicted him. And just so you know, nothing counters a Spider-Man faster than your entire team. So make sure that if you are losing the fight, run away like a little bitch to your Thor or someone, and then maybe the Spider-Man will quit bothering you. Nothing counters a good Spider-Man like going, Team, there's a Spider-Man! Help me, no! If you say this, the enemy Spider-Man will miraculously explode in the next 10 seconds. Spider-Man's webs are also usually very loud, so normally you'll have a notion of when the other Spider-Man is going to jump. So when you hear the very distinctive sounds of web shooting, and you aren't the one responsible for it, you're probably about to fight like an evil clone or an alternate reality version of yourself, or a robot, or Otto Octavius in your body, or whatever other stupid contrived other version of yourself you want to picture. A lot of things counter Spider-Man that you really have to be aware of, but the main two are these fuckers. Namor has the ability to summon these little mermaid rejects, who have perfect aim and make your life hell. They're usually not too hard to avoid if you look before you leap, but the level of map control these things have is ridiculous. No, like, how the fuck did that hit me? If possible, you should ping these things and hope your teammates take pity on you long enough to destroy them. Failing that, get ready to poke them to death with your web shots, I guess.
I'm tired. I've been fighting Namor for 12 hours and he's not even low. But I am. I'm hurt, and I'm nerfed, and I want to play Moon Knight, and I don't want to be here, so can the Flyers just be someone else's problem? Can I do that? Just for one match? I can't. But I wish I could. God, I wish I could.
People may not view Thing as a hard counter to Spider-Man, but in my opinion, he's very good at stopping you from committing your arachnid misdeeds. That is from his ability to Earthbind you. Earthbound? What's next, mother? When he does this, you'll lose access to basically all of your abilities and become a sitting duck. And a Spider-Man who can't move is usually a dead Spider-Man.
I'm in danger!
Thing is a health bar that's borderline impossible to spider your way through without help, and you can't move him with any part of your kit that moves anyone. A good way to counter the Thing is to play around your team and not fight him. Just go around him and kill his supports. And then when he comes over you, run away. Who else counters Spider-Man? Basically anyone who can hit you, so don't get hit. That's it, that's my last piece of advice. Just dodge better. In conclusion, it doesn't matter if you're going 0-7. For a righteous man may fall 7 times, but he will get back up 8. You know what, never mind this. Fuck. I'm gonna go play Moon Knight. I'm gonna pause. Stop recording. Stop.